Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are solving another LeetCode problem, that is 901 online stock span. So before jumping into the solution, I would highly recommend you should read the problem statement on your own and give at least 15 to 30 minutes to this problem. So let's get right into it. What problem is asking that you are given a stock spanner class and you have to implement this next function. Let me write over here. So this next function you have to implement. And what you have to do in this next function is, so you will be given current price in this variable, and for that price you have to return the stock span. So let's discuss what is the stock span. For example, if you are given price history of that stocks, for example 7212, and the current day price is for example 3, so we have to return stock span for 3. So for 3, what will be the stock span? Stock span is the price less than or equal to that current day. So what we are calculating, prices less than or equal to the current day, including that day also. So 2 is less than 3, 1 is less than 3, 2 is also again less than 3, and 3 in itself is equal to 3. So we are calculating 3. And if you don't believe that why we include 3, read this line, read this thing over and over again, you will get it. What is stock span? So what is stock span? We have to see in history that how many days the price was less than or equal to the current day, including that day also. So for 3, the stock span is 4. So if something like this, current day is 2, not current day, the current day price is 2. So what will be the stock span? For 2, the stock span will be for this, and this, it will be 3. And if something like this, current day price is 1, so what will be the stock span? I would say 1, because 1 is greater than equal to itself only. So if something like this, so what will be the stock span of 2? I would say 1, because 7 is greater than 2, and for 7 itself it has a span of 1. So this much is clear, that how we gonna calculate the span, and we have to just return this 4 if this is the case. I hope this much is clear. I am just showing that you will not be given something like this. Why? Because for every next call you have to return it, and also you have to store it, because without storing it, how will you get that in previous day this was the price? That then you have to need some data structure. This much is clear, that we need some data structure. But let's discuss which data structure we should use, because there are many data structure that we can store this previous prices. But we need something clever, because let's see how many calls are made to next 10 to the power 4. So we need something clever. Why? I will just explain. So if this is the thing, 7 has a stock price, not stock span of 1, sorry, stock span of 1. 2 has a stock span of 1. 1 has a stock span of 1. As you can see in the decreasing fashion, everyone has a stock span of 1. But whenever something increasing price occurs, then something interesting should happen, because this is the place where we will calculate the stock span. Because in decreasing, everyone has a stock span of 1, because in this value will never be greater than this. But when this happens, we have to see to how much extent this value is greater. So what we will do this. Stock span of 1 is 1, stock span of 2 is 1, and in itself we have to include it. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, what is 3? That's it. Now if 3 occurs, will you do this again? Will you iterate 2 1 2 7? No, we need something fast. So what decision we will take is we will use this, because we have already done the calculation that how many of them are smaller than 2 and 3 is greater than 2. So what we will do, we will use this and we will add +1 to it, and this is 4. This much is clear, that we will use previous value, this much is clear, that we will use previous value to have things fast. This much is clear. But some people have doubt that if 8 comes, we will discuss that, wait for a second. But this much is clear, that how we gonna calculate is using the previous. This much is clear. Why? Because 10 to the power 4 calls are made and you cannot do this every time. This is not feasible. This much is clear. So which data structure we should use to have that decreasing order maintained? Because decreasing order maintained, and whenever that decreasing order doesn't maintain, what we do, we have to get this data structure, because we have to remove these. Then again we will have this. Does it point to something? Which data structure does it good? You can insert data fast and delete the data fast. I would say stack. And which particular type of stack we should use? Monotonic stack. Tonic stack of decreasing type, because 7 to 1 there is no harm, but harm will only come, or the disrupt of this flow will only happen if something increasing is present. So to store this too, because what we are doing, we are using that data structure to store the decreasing, and also to store the history of that prices, and also we need that calculation fast. So we need these things and we have to accommodate this. So in order to accommodate this, to have that decreasing order again, we have to pop these. This much is clear. And also why we pop these, to get their spans. We get the span of 1 1 and 2 has itself, so 2 has a span of 3 this time. So when we have something like this, 7 comma 1 and 2 comma 3, and when 3 appears, as I said, this is not feasible if we store everything and traverse it. So we did also solve that issue, because using that stack we did calculated everyone and everyone's span, because previous were smaller. So what we did, we took their span, accommodated to ourselves, and what we did, pop them and store the new span, the new thing. And what we also, another thing that we did that decreasing order. So this much is clear. So when 3 will encountered, so this is no more decreasing. What we have to do, we have to get this out. So when we get this out, we do what we do, we get its span. So when we get its span, 3 plus 1 4, so stack will look something like this, 3 comma 4. So what we are doing, and if you say what is this is the stock span. So let me do it. What we are doing, algo, what we are doing, if you got confused, let me summarize it in one place. So this is the stack we are using. This is, what is this is the price and this is its span. So what we are doing, when we are having decreasing order, when we have less value than top, what we do, we push the price with the span of 1. This much is clear. This much is clear why we are doing, already discussed. If something like this, 7, then 1, not 1, 2. So if 2 arise, 2 is not greater than 7 and 7 is not smaller than 2. So we have to just push 1 for this and also return 1 for this. And if the value appear is greater than top, so what we do, we have a while loop. Why not if case? Because let's see why not if case. One if case, we have 7 comma 1, 2 comma 1 and 1 comma 1. If we just pop this only, if 2 arises, if we pop this only, we have 2 comma 1, 2 comma 1. Does it make sense? Not 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 1. Does it make sense? I think not, because they have the same price, they have to be included. So up till when we will do it, up till the current is greater than equal to top. This is what we are doing. So what we will do, we will have the span and we will take the top dot second and we keep on doing it. st.pop, this is what we will do. And also we just, the fourth step, we will just return the span. I hope this much is clear what we are doing. We are making a stack. Why we are making stack? To store the prices, to maintain decreasing order. Why? Because in decreasing we don't have to do anything, because they will always have a span of 1, as I discussed over here. This will never be greater than this, so they will always have a span of 1. When this value will occur, we have to see to how many this price is greater than, to how many this price is greater than, that we have to do. So that's why we are using stack, to store the previous prices and also to maintain the decreasing order. Like this case, like this 7 comma 1, 2 comma 1, 1 comma 1 and then 2 arrives. We have to accommodate this 2 because we have to have this in our history. And also what we have to do, and what we need is easy calculation of span. So what we do, we accumulate everyone which is smaller than or equal to this. We do that. So that's why we are using stack, because it does in O of 1 push and O of 1 pop. I hope this much is clear. This is the point that I discussed. If it is in decreasing, then doesn't matter, the span will be 1. If it is not decreasing, some better value, more value just came greater than the top, so what we will do, we just keep on popping till the current is greater than, and we will keep on adding to the span. And also in the last we will return the span, and before that, in this step only, we will just push. After doing this while loop, we will just push the price, the current price, and also the span. Because why we are doing this? Because when we computed these, so we have 2 comma 3. When 3 arrives, what we do, we just use this as discussed previously. I hope this much is clear. So we'll pop this, and again we will maintain the decreasing order. We have this, what we have, we were having 3, now 4, but some will say 8. For example, if 8 had arrived, this while loop does encounter it. So what we do, pop this, so 4 plus 1 for itself, we have 8 comma 5. So this is handling everything, and I hope this much is clear. Let's see the coding part. So this is the data structure we are using for what? To storing the previous prices, to storing the span for less calculation, because we have already computed the span, we just have to compute it for the current. If current is greater, what we will do? We will do this. If current is greater, to how extent this is greater, we will just keep on storing it. This is the span. You can say span or count, whatever you like, and after that we will just push it. And also we have to return every time we calculate the span. So this much is clear. Let's see the dry run. So in this, the objects are initialized, nothing else. This is what next 100. What we have to do, we have to store it because we need the history, that how many values this current value is greater. So stack is empty. What we will do, just push it. This will not be executed, this will, and we just insert 10. And also what we do, we just return 1 because we have to return simultaneously. Again 80 appears, 80 is not greater than this, again will not, and what we will return 1. This time we have 60, still it is in decreasing. We again, this will not execute. This time 70, this time it will execute. What we will do, we will check top is less than. So what we will do, we have to decrease, we have to maintain that decreasing fashion. And why? You will say do not take 70, but we have to take account of the history, so we have to accommodate. So what to do, 60 has to go, and what to do, 70 has 1 for itself and plus 1, it is not greater than 80, so that's why we didn't take 80. So 70 comma 2, and we will return 2, and 80 comma 1, and 100 comma 1. 60 again, nothing will happen, decreasing order. So 1 will be returned. 75, now we have to accommodate 75. What we will do, we just pop these two. 75 has a 1 for itself and plus 3. So what we have over here, this 75 comma 4, so we return 4. Now 85 appears. What 85 does, we have to accommodate 85, these and these will be popped. So plus 1 for 85, 4 from 75, 80 from 1 from 80, so we have 6 for 85, we have 6, and 100 comma 1, and we will just return 1. You can check it, this is same. So I hope this much is clear. So let's submit it and see if it is running or not. Yeah, it is running, and I hope I was able to make my intuition clear to you. If I was, so consider subscribing to the channel, liking this video and sharing with others. And many of you don't subscribe, 95% of the people don't subscribe, so consider subscribing. So in the end, you have to do what you have to do, so keep grinding. You guys are awesome. See you in the next one. Bye bye.